What?
I just went into the thing for Ark Survival Evolved, and like the first couple of comments are negative.
Oh.
Oh boy, is it
So,
not? Is it not good?
was it you or was it Price that said they were doing a video playthrough of Undertale?
Um, I would say that I was originally going to probably continue Undertale, but I decided not to because it's kind of dead.
Uh,
Um, it's kind of sad because Undertale used to be a really cool thing for me, but now I can't necessarily play it. I could, but it wouldn't necessarily be popular. Price said he was going to do it. I don't know if he's actually being truthful about that.
hmm. Do you have any plans on your future videos or?
Hmm. I'm gonna upload a Modern Warfare 2 video of me playing the storyline. It's just me,
Uh,
and I think today I might record a Christmas special where we have this huge Gmod map that me and Price tried out yesterday, which is like there's snow all over the place. There's a Christmas tree in the middle. It's
really?
huge. It's like an entire city. It's amazing. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but Price mentioned something about drag racing, so we might do something along those lines.
Sounds interesting. Um,
Also about that RPG thing, I'm thinking about I'm gonna have to have a lot of money because I think it's like $70, but I think one day I might uh get this
the
thing that I was
RPG
looking at.
Maker,
Yeah, it was like RPG Maker some X.
Ace, yeah, Ace X
Yeah.
RPG Maker. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Ryan's the one who has it too. Um, that's how I knew about his RPG.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna use it to probably make a game of my own.
Mm, makes sense. Hmm. So, did you have any plans on getting any new games or anything new for your computer or anything like that here in the future? Or
Um, if I get my new computer, then GTA 6 maybe or
six?
five, not why did I say six? I
I
can't.
don't know.
I think it's because I saw that video where it's like, oh my god, GTA 6 early, and I'm like,
Yeah. Um, that's interesting. Have you heard
yeah.
anything from Mason, or is he doing anything here recently, or is he just dead?
I wouldn't say he's dead. I mean, last time I went to his house didn't have internet, and grandma's had
Uh,
his grandma's had Ethernet, but it didn't necessarily have internet.
that makes sense. So what about with you? You told me that you're going to get a new computer soon. Is that true, or is that just did you change your mind?
I'm sorry, what did you ask something?
Oh, I was talking about your computer.
What about it?
Are you going to get a new one, or
Yeah, definitely. I don't know exactly when,
hmm.
but eventually I'll get a new one.
What are you planning its specs to have?
I honestly don't know.
Hmm. What else? Have you planned on doing any more Left 4 Dead videos? Because I really liked those, honestly. I even watched the earlier ones.
You're in both of the you're in both of my best ones.
I
So
know.
yeah, yeah.
This previous one I loved the most. The Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, and 3. That was the good one. That was
Yeah,
really good. I like that one. What about Minecraft? Have you planned on doing anything like Minecraft or anything?
well, I once had Minecraft, but then I lost it.
Because your computer screwed up or something like that, or
Yeah, malware.
if you re-download it, I have a friend who has a realm.
Really?
Yeah, and then we can play on it for free. And I'm one of the operators on the realm, so I have moderator rights. So it's going to be easy for me to do stuff.
Yeah. I was also thinking about when I get my new computer, things will be like a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about playing way bigger games than, like indie or whatever. I was thinking about, playing games as big as maybe like Doom or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there's Postal too.
I need to add another layer. Click. Change my secondary color to nothing.
You ever heard of Postal 2?
No, I haven't. What is it like? Or what is the game like?
I don't know. It's just I saw it, and I've seen some people play it, and Postal 2 is kind of like this first-person version of maybe like, say for example, GTA, except it's an old game. It has like graphics similar to Half-Life,
Mm-hmm.
like Half-Life 1, and well, I only have $1 on Steam right now. Well, I have $1.37 to be exact.
Were you selling
And
items, or was that just from leftover?
leftover.
Ah.
And and now I found Postal 2 on Steam, and like it's only 99 cents.
Oh, you should
So
probably get it. Oh, it's still cheap.
yeah, I mean it was originally $10, and
Now it's just less than $1.
yeah, and I have $1.37. So let me just buy that. Boom. Yeah, I got it.
Honestly, um, the more it feels like the more video games you have on your computer, the less you have to play. To be honest, that's what it feels
Well,
like for me.
I mean, it kind of becomes hard a little bit after you get, because there are some YouTubers that kind of base their channel around one game, especially those Call of Duty ones where they're like,
Yeah, it's sad.
yeah, but they base their channel around one game, and then all they have to do is focus on that one game. But if you're like someone along the lines that likes to play like a bunch of different games, to make a video you have to choose, hey, which game should I play today? And sometimes it's a really hard choice to do so, because you're kind of sitting there looking at all your games and you're all like, what could I do?
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I think people who do that should have, like, once they do an episode of something, they should do like 4 or 5, however many episodes they need, That's why I plan on doing on my channel is doing more or less stuff like XCOM, for example, where it takes multiple episodes to get the game rolling and to get it working. Stuff like BitTrip Runner, the BitTrip series. It's more story based. I'm planning on doing more story based stuff than stuff that's multiplayer. I mean, I will do multiplayer videos. It's just I won't do as many.
Well, see, that's the thing. If I had to be truthful, I kind of really suck at Modern Warfare 2
Uh,
when it comes to multiplayer, because there's first of all there's hackers and all that, but other than
yeah,
that, I'm kind of really bad at it, unless if it comes to like shotgunning, but that's considered a
cheap tactic.
yeah, cheap. So basically, when it comes to games like Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, I plan to just do a bunch of storyline rather than multiplayer. I only do multiplayer when the game's storyline doesn't seem as interesting.
Uh,
Like, say for example, if I get GTA 5, there is a good chance that I may do storyline. There's a really big chance I'll do multiplayer.
it's just there's a difference between a good video and a bad video. Is just the commentary. I find it very hard to do single player commentary, and it's really hard to talk to a camera by yourself and
Well, see, the thing is I told Mason and Price about this. I don't want to run their channels or their lives, but what I say is if you really want to interest your audience, don't necessarily talk about what you've done, talk about what's going on, or talk about what's going on in the future, because only a few people are going to care about that. Most
yeah.
people, they're there for the game. So what I normally do is, sometimes, not being a hypocrite here, I actually do sometimes talk about my past of what happened and future wise, but I don't talk about it as much. I don't talk about it like for the whole episode. I only talk about it for like maybe a small segment.
Yeah.
And then for the rest of it, I talk about what's going on in the game. Like I react to what's going on in the game, and that's what people want to see. They don't want to hear about, I mean, you can put in a small segment maybe at the end or at the beginning where you're just like, talking about what's been going on or whatever. But make sure that that's not your entire episode. Make sure your episode actually consists of you reacting to the game you're supposed to be playing.
True. True.
Because people love, people that watch gamers like, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, they like to see their reaction to game, like
How it works.
yeah, like, whenever you see Markiplier or someone play Five Nights at Freddy's, you expect them, to react like they're scared or, scream or something,
Surprised.
because, yeah, because that's how it's supposed to go. You got to react how you normally would. I wouldn't say overreact, because,
People who overreact freak me out.
I mean, I guess you can call me an overreactor, considering the Modern Warfare 2 video I'm about to upload. I do happen to scream a lot for no good reason. But I would just say I did that because I was really aesthetic.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because, like, I wasn't doing it because I was, like, trying to overreact. It was because at the moment I was really hyper and I was excited. Because it's been a very long time since I did something by myself. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna, I was pretty excited, and I was also, like I said, very hyper. So I kind of screamed a lot and reacted to things a little bit over the top.
I understand. I understand a lot.
But yeah, I guess you can call that overreacting if you wish.
I mean, it depends on all whoever. It depends on the viewer. It's all about the viewer.
Yeah. I mean, see, I don't know what type of, comedy or whatever people are looking for. I just kind of put out my own. and see if it works.
Nah.
Because, you know, you can't really mimic anyone else because, you know,
Then you'd be copying.
well, not just that, but you can't perfectly mimic like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, or you can't mimic, you know, Vanoss or whatever. You can't mimic them at all. You can do their things, but you can't be them.
Because they are them.
Yeah, they are them and you are you. So no matter how much you try, you're never gonna be as good or as them. So recommendation, just, you know, be yourself, act the way that, you know, you're supposed to act, however you would react to things. Don't take inspiration from like bigger YouTubers how to react to things. You react to it to yourself.
True.
Make it your own reaction, so people, whenever they see a reaction like that, you know,
They know you're genuine.
yeah.
And I really do like genuine channels. People who are just genuinely genuine. To be completely blunt about it.
I mean, I wouldn't call myself a genuine, but I am just a little more, you know, out there than most channels.
I understand.
I'm actually. I mean, I take inspiration. I'm not saying don't take inspiration, but just don't copy completely.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, let's say, for example, me, you know, the biggest thing that actually drove me to become a YouTuber was Vanoss and H2O Delirious. Those people drove me to become a YouTuber. Those two actually made me laugh a lot over these years and actually made me super happy.
To be honest, they've done the same for me, and I really loved their channels. But
Yeah.
here recently, I've stopped watching them just because I felt like, no offense to them or anything, it's just I felt like they lost their touch. They lost their funny. I just didn't find them funny anymore.
Well, I mean, Vanoss, if it depends on what type of humor you're looking for. Vanoss just puts out multiplayer type stuff, and if you're wanting like single player comedy, you can go to H2O Delirious because he does that a lot too.
It's not the fact that it's them. It's the fact that I've matured past their layer of comedy. What they do is, I still love their kind of stuff, and I still watch them occasionally. But stuff like what Jacksepticeye does, you know how his comedy is? It's more complex, and it's more like you have to think about his jokes sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just those kind of jokes I find very funny. Like complex jokes that you have to think about for them to be funny.
I mean, I can't really, you know. I mean, I like Jacksepticeye and stuff, but, you know, like I said, Vanoss and Delirious were kind of the ones that drove me to become a YouTuber, so I can't necessarily not watch them.
Sure.
Because you know, I still like them. I'm subscribed to both of them, and I think, you know, they're really good YouTubers. And, that's just me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I understand where you're coming from.
In fact, truth be told, a lot of maps I do on some games were some I saw from Vanoss and sometimes Delirious.
It's understandable. And it's properly promoted too. I mean, what would you expect from people who got that big so fast? I mean, I'm really happy with what they do. And I really appreciate it. And I really remember the good times I used to when I watched them. I think I need to change this color. I don't know why. I don't like this color at all. Not liking this at all. That'll do.
Okay, Postal 2 has done downloading.
Cool.
I might do a video on that, because I think Postal 2 is just the type of game you kind of just go around and cause a lot of chaos for no good reason.
Yeah. like doing that kind of stuff occasionally on, or not. I mean,
Hey, if you got like literal just $1 on your Steam account, you should go get Postal 2, because honestly, I've seen some
I wish you
gameplay on it.
tried.
Honestly, I've seen some gameplay on it, and I don't expect to be disappointed. There's a lot of cool things. You get like all these different weapons. You have the ability to like, basically it's just kill people, stuff. There's also mods.
Sounds pretty cool.
It's like kill people, destroy things, blow up cars. Kind of. I think that's the whole purpose of it. I don't know if Postal 2 actually has a storyline.
If it does, you don't know if it exists.
Well, I mean, I think Postal 1 had a storyline, but I think in Postal 2, there's like, nah.
It makes sense. What am I doing? What am I going to do? I don't know. I was planning on doing some League of Legends videos, to be honest. I honestly would like you and Price to get into League of Legends. It's a fun thing to do, and it's a fun thing to stream. And you can do easy videos on it. I mean, every single game that you get into is easily 30-40 minutes, which is instantly a video if you cut it down. Or you can keep it as large size. I think I might do a League of Legends video sometime soon.
Oh, okay. Postal 2 is actually a game where this is actually pretty interesting. It's a game where it tells you to do these very very simple things like get milk or whatever, but you have a choice. Basically, what you got to do is all these like all these games is like it has all these things that it tells you to do, and you just got to complete all those tasks by the end of the week. And you have a choice of either doing it as peacefully or as chaotically as possible. So basically, it's like if it says get milk, you have a choice of just going to the store and getting milk. You can go in there and kill everybody and then take the milk. It's basically just choose what type of thing you want to do.
Kill them all. Death. Yes, we killed the Batman. To make a quote there.
The game is banned in New Zealand.
Really? It's banned in New Zealand?
Yeah.
It should be banned in Australia too, from how it sounds.
Oh yeah, you think that, but no, it's just New Zealand.
Oh man. New Zealand, why are you gonna be so rude? Well, in this case, actually, it's not. It's the opposite of rude. Why do you be so nice?
Why you gotta be so nice?
I mean, that sounds like an interesting game. I'd probably play it. It's probably got interesting game mechanics too. What do you think it would be like?
What?
The that game you were talking about. Totally forgot its name. We were just talking about it.
Oh, Postal.
Yeah, Postal.
Well, I just believe it's like I explained. It's like it's basically you just it basically tells you things like, hi, how about you go get some milk from the store? And basically it's like it's kind of like real life. You have a choice of going and getting the milk by either buying it or just taking it, or you have the choice to do it horribly, like like kill people in very mundane ways to go get it.
I mean,
so basically it's kind of like you have a choice of either being a psychopath or being a normal person.
ow.
So you have the ability. It's like you can get killed in the game and stuff, but it's like basically it's you just do whatever you want. It says get milk, you don't even have to get milk. You
Choose
can
your
just
own
run off and
adventure.
basically it's like the task is to complete all the task obviously, but you have a choice of not doing so. You can just it says get milk, you could just run off and do something completely different. But eventually you're gonna have to get the milk, otherwise you won't complete that task.
Well,
So
sure.
if it's as easy as it sounds, you could probably beat the
Potentially do
game.
it.
You could probably beat the game within maybe like 10 minutes
True.
if you just get all the items. But no, you have a choice.
Hmm. So, have you done anything like in planning for more of like a scheduled recording schedule, or
A recording schedule.
yeah, have you planned on doing anything like that, or is it just
I
whenever you feel like
originally
it?
um I originally had one, but it was like every Saturday and Sunday. But then I kind of lost my touch,
Hmm.
and
So,
then you know a lot of problems came with it. Like first of all, one of the biggest problems was I kind of ran out of ideas, so I couldn't necessarily upload every Saturday and Sunday. So I'm like, oh okay. And then basically what I did after that was I kind of just made my schedule to I'll upload when I upload.
uh,
But if I do ever get enough games and a better computer and enough money, maybe eventually I'll actually make a schedule and then I'll probably keep to it.
sounds like you need somebody to generate ideas for you.
But at the moment, I think if I had to put any schedule when school starts back up, it's gonna be like probably upload every Sunday, maybe.
Nah.
I don't think I can probably do Saturdays. Sundays, possibly Saturdays. Right. Oh yeah, you could. Well, yeah, about that easy. But it's like, if you. I mean, I don't know if you have an editing software, but well, I mean, the one I use is a Sony Vegas 13. My computer, I would say, it's easy to upload. You could up on my computer, you could upload in like 15 minutes, but when it comes to rendering the video after editing, it takes like a couple hours or so. Well, I mean, I do that. I just, cut through parts that I know people would probably get bored on, because if I left in parts where it's like no talking whatsoever, then people would eventually get bored because, there's no talking, no events going on. It's just nothing. But it's like, yeah, whatever fits you, man. Whatever you want to do. What do you mean? Yeah. Well, I mean, from what I've heard, I mean, Reese, just yesterday, I think he recorded a video with me. It was either yesterday or the day before. We did was it? I can't remember exactly. I think yeah, it was Left for Dead or something. For him, uh, he said he was gonna make it mostly streaming, but if you know, his recent streams weren't necessarily the best, so he'd have to, yeah. See, the thing is like his computer is absolute, fantastic. It's a great computer, but his internet isn't the best.